You're listening to an African Elements top news story for July 10, 2025. Please visit our website at africanelements.org for more daily news. President Donald Trump recently hosted leaders from Senegal, Liberia, Guinea-Bissau, Mauritania, and Gabon at the White House. This meeting marked a significant shift in the U.S. approach to Africa, moving away from traditional aid toward stronger trade ties. The three-day mini-summit aimed to deepen commercial opportunities between the U.S. and African nations. Discussions focused on business opportunities, reflecting the Trump administration's radical reshaping of U.S. Africa relations. The new approach emphasizes partnerships with nations that demonstrate the ability and willingness to help themselves. This transactional approach prioritizes trade and securing U.S. interests over aid-based models. It differs from past policy by focusing on direct benefits and mutual agreements, often using economic incentives. The America First policy guides this shift, aiming to secure U.S. access to critical minerals, counter terrorism, and challenge China's influence in Africa. African countries are also leveraging this transactional approach for new opportunities. The Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, has engaged in a minerals for security deal. Somalia has proposed a port access agreement. This strategy emphasizes market reforms and infrastructure projects to create opportunities for American companies. A major part of this policy change was the recent dissolution of the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID. USAID was a key player in U.S. foreign aid, providing development assistance worldwide. Its dissolution signals a move away from the charity-based foreign aid model. African countries may see reduced direct development support and need to seek other funding sources. This change could lessen U.S. soft power and humanitarian reach, but strengthen economic ties with certain nations. West African countries like Liberia have been particularly affected by USAID's dissolution. U.S. support in Liberia previously amounted to 2.6% of the country's gross national income, the highest globally. Other institutions like the U.S. Millennium Challenge Corporation have also been significantly reduced. The focus on trade is tied to the abundant natural resources in African nations. Critical minerals are essential for advanced technologies and defense industries in the U.S. Their importance is heightened by competition with China, which controls much of the global supply chain for these minerals. The Trump administration has prioritized securing U.S. access to critical minerals as a key part of its foreign policy in Africa. The effort to broker a peace deal between Rwanda and the DRC is significant, as the DRC holds vast reserves of critical minerals. This peace deal is seen as a step toward a rare earth minerals agreement. Migration and drug trafficking were also important topics for the Trump administration. Senegal and Mauritania are key transit countries for migration, while Guinea-Bissau struggles with drug trafficking. These issues impact regional stability and international security. President Trump mentioned progress on safe third country agreements with the 5 nations, though details were not provided. A safe third country agreement allows asylum seekers to be sent back to a safe country they passed through. In June, reports emerged about a potential U.S. travel ban affecting Gabon, Liberia, Mauritania, and Senegal. The visiting leaders expressed optimism about the economic opportunities from this new approach. Mauritania President Mohamed Ould Ghazouani praised Trump's commitment to the continent. Guinea-Bissau's President Umaro Sissoko Embalo stated, "Economically, this is a great opportunity opening for us." Senegal's President Bassirou Diomaye Faye suggested investment opportunities in tourism. Trump referenced anger on the continent, claiming his administration had resolved much of it. He highlighted the peace deal between the DRC and Rwanda as significant for securing access to critical minerals. The 5 nations represent a small fraction of overall U.S.-Africa trade, focusing on their strategic importance rather than current trade volume. In 2023, over half of African exports to the U.S. were mineral fuels and precious stones. Experts anticipate Trump announcing dates for a broader summit with African leaders, possibly in September. This summit would likely aim to further U.S. economic interests and address shared security concerns. The U.S. also aims to support small and medium-sized enterprises investing in Africa. Supporting the African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA, could also be a topic, providing U.S. copyright African elements.